So we're using latex white paint as the first coat. We sanded the boards down and we're using acrylic black on top. And we're hoping this might dry and look reasonable. So let's see how we go from there. I don't know if I'm doing any markings on the corners or curb stones or anything like that. All them done over there. So I don't know what I'm doing with the curb markings or anything. We'll see. We'll see. These look rough, but when they dry out, they don't look too bad. Maybe. We'll see. So now I was finished with the track painting, the borders painting. And as I said, latex, and I'll show you this acrylic that we're using. Using this acrylic black, matte black for the top. Now of course that's that'll be in Russian and Latvian, probably Lithuanian and Estonian. So don't worry about it if the name looks wrong. But that's what I'm using. Acrylic paint, matte, and still a little bit shiny. You'll see it on the track when I put it on the track. And I'll screw it down or nail it down. Maybe screw down so I can change it when I change the track quite easily. So just to show you progress on the circuit, just screwing down these borders at the moment. And these I can screw down, tack down the track later. I screw down these and I can fill those holes in with something just to hide the screws. I'm not nailing or gluing down because if I want to change the track later, it's just a case of whatever I have on top of these screws, take it off and unscrew. So that's, obviously we need to vacuum all this wood dust. So it's progressing. Just checking the heights. So I have this the Scale Electrics truck cab unit. So they're making sure that clears. So that'll be about there. So just about clear. So I hope any other trucks that are out like by SCX or Nink or anything, I hope they fit under there. I'm not sure about the Carrera trucks, if they'll fit under there. I'm hoping they will, if I do get some Carrera trucks. So here I'm just working out levels, screwing down here, and then as you can see it's moving. This will get screwed down to the baseboard. Okay, so I'll screw it from underneath. So I have this large piece here, and I bring a screw from underneath the baseboard into those pieces of wood. And along here are other pieces of wood just to support the track. And that's coming along nicely here. And I'm just, again, screwing down all these outside borders. You really need these borders if you're running the Formula 1 cars, because the tyres will be otherwise just leaving the track all the time. And if you have barriers this close, the tyres will just be whacking off the barriers. So I haven't run my Formula 1 cars, but I will be as soon as I get these pieces. So just a general view, it's coming together nicely. Very close to having the borders finished, connected up. I have this piece taken apart, just while I'm working here. That's what I'm up to. I'm using these little tiny screws for screwing down the track. Okay, and I'm drilling down with a very small drill bit and then using a bigger drill bit to countersink the holes. You don't need to buy a tool for countersinking, just use a slightly bigger drill bit for doing your countersinking. Okay guys, that's what I'm up to today. And we're getting close to scenery. And when I'm getting close to scenery, I'll be watching Boone's page, absolutely, to remind me of his techniques for... There's not much scenery, to be a little bit of a hill here, a little bit of a hill in this corner. There'd be a bigger hill here, hoping this will be a big hill. I can't say mountain, But you can imagine it's the beginnings of a mountain and it's travelling up here into the distance. Other scenery in the centerpiece here, I'll just put some grass. Same thing here, just some grass and stuff. Under here, I'll put little like edges using styrofoam, and just put little edges coming down to the track. So it'll be like hills again, maybe some rock effects. And in the corner here, a little hill, and the same here. So yeah, that's what I'm up to, guys. Just thought I'd show you how it's all going. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll update it now. I don't know if this is the end of the post, so I'll probably update it when I get these few bits finished. And then we have a little chat at the end of the post. This is short, guys. I found a way of using your original Carrera. Okay, these are the guys that slot underneath your rails for holding your barriers, okay? That's them slotted on there. But I found a way of connecting these up to my homemade borders. Now I use this stuff, it's flooring, okay, wood for flooring. And I use this because this is 8mm as well. But what I found is if I cut, you have this piece, okay, and then you cut this piece off, okay, cut that piece off using your Dremel tool, okay. Now you put some hot glue there, and then you glue that on there, and that's the very same as what you have with your Carrera track. You can cut off that little pin in there as well, so it'll go right up against your Carrera track, you see. So that's the way of doing it. That's the way of making the barriers work with your homemade borders for your Carrera track. Using your Carrera, what are they, crash guards, crash barriers, using your Carrera crash barriers. Okay guys, just thought I'd show you that, just a quickie. So I'll get back to work now. So this one, I've cut that little tiny piece, that was in there. If I hold this way, and I hold this and this way, you can see it's all cleared away. So that was the little piece I hadn't cut. Let me point at that piece. That piece there, cut that away as well. It's just for clipping into your original track. Then you get your hot glue. Put a bit of hot glue onto this. Okay. Or for up to your track, wherever you want it to go. And hold it. Hold it there for a few seconds till the hot glue goes off. There's one I just done. And there's the originals. Okay. So it's the very same idea as the originals. Okay, it's just that one goes onto my homemade borders and one goes into the Carrera borders. And it's laminate flooring wood, 8mm laminate flooring. Now it's a lot of work to cut all the angles and you'll have gaps. It won't be as nice as the Carrera stuff. But it saves me a lot of money. I've done my whole track for €20. The whole way around this track is done for €20. And then I had a few borders from the Retro Grand Prix. Or no, that I got with the chicane. There's no borders with the Retro Grand Prix set. But the written borders came with that chicane, which I didn't use. You have two straight borders and some outside borders. I don't need them with the hairpin chicane, with the hairpin curve, So I use them two here. And then I use the ones that, so these few actually came with that hairpin curve. Okay, against the wall, and I have a barrier. I didn't need to use the outer curves that come with it. So that's what I'm up to. There you go guys, quick way to make your own barriers. If you make your own homemade borders, you can still use your Carrera guardrail connectors. Okay. So guys, I just thought I'd show you this finished barrier. So we have the original barrier and we have my homemade barrier. I'm just going to test the barrier out. Now I haven't got around to doing the last piece. So if this car, well, when this car leaves the track, it's going to hit the barrier and maybe fall off the edge there because I haven't finished. But just to show you the barrier working, okay guys? Let me see, I'm going to bang this Mini on. Okay, test Mini, let's go. We'll come round into view now in a second and we'll test them barriers. Harry missed the barrier. Okay, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. So, here we are. Crash number 1. Let's go for another one. Okay guys, barrier test number 2. Okay, somewhere in there is the Mini. Let's go for barrier test number 3. Okay, here we go. Full throttle. Let's zoom back a bit. Full throttle, let's go. Oh, okay. And another one. So as you can see, the barrier works absolutely perfect. So I'm really happy with that.